afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. Happy Thursday. We have a jam-packed show prepared for you at home this Thursday. We get into some of the winter home action as we sit down with Nikki Shoma from Gold Bottom Pots. She collaborated with Team R&K on their kitchen designs, which are going to be revealed in tonight's episode. Plus, did you know it's International Fraud Week? We have Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay back in the loft to explain what we can do to join the global effort to minimize the impact of fraud on our lives. A very important topic indeed. Let's not forget, it's Fashion Express Thursdays here in the loft. So engage with us on social media and tell us, what is the one fashion trend you regret rocking? Bali and I have some and we're going to share them a little bit later. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or pop over to our Facebook page and leave us a lovely comment.
I am not looking forward to those fashion faux pas because embarrassing moments. But hi, my name is Balisa Dembe, and in the kitchen, we're going to be truly creating a stir with Chef Lisha and Nola. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm good. What do you have up your sleeve for us?
I love the fact that you are saying that we are going to create a stir. Of course, we are going to create a stir with the creamy Nola mayonnaise. We have crudities there and chicken kebabs.
Yep, I see some chicken kebabs, some lovely fresh vegetables.
So I'm going to show you how to make the dips for the crudities, for the raw vegetables.
Looking forward to that. You and Bonnie are truly going to be making that stir. Chef Clem, you've got something cool for me today.
It's pretty interesting, a bit different. I think it's tea like we've never made it before. We're making a delicious bubble tea today. I'm going to tell you all about that later. Then I'm going to give the gift that I think everybody wants.
Yes.
Chocolates and desserts. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
With the festive season coming up, that is exactly what we're looking forward to. But again, with the festive season comes scamming, unfortunately. So we've got in the lounge Bonnie and Kalyani Pillay, the Sabric CEO, to talk to us about some of the scams we need to look out for in the festive season. Over to you, Bonnie.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Sabric.
Now, did you know that according to statistics, organizations worldwide lose an estimated 5% of their annual revenues to fraud? In celebration of International Fraud Week this week, well, not celebration, but just to conscientize ourselves this week, we have Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay back in the loft to explain what we can do to join the global effort to minimize the impact of fraud. Welcome back, Don.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Lovely to have you with us. So it's International Fraud Week. And what is it all about?
Well, you know, about 12 years ago, the Association for Certified Fraud Examiners came up with this initiative, and it's been great. And of course, it's really about making everybody aware. It's about educating people around fraud and what you should do to try and prevent it. Because, I mean, obviously, prevention is always the first choice. That's what we want.
Yeah.
And I think it's also directed a lot at businesses and organizations where you need to sort of look within, look at whether you have the right processes in place, whether you have the right policies in place. Are you training your staff? Are you making people aware of what they need to look out for? Also, you know, companies build into their systems mechanisms to detect if there's any fraud that's taking place. But more than that, from a prevention point of view, it's about educating and creating that awareness.
Yeah.
It's important because you know, if we have fraud running rife in society or in organizations, in countries, it obviously has quite a negative impact on the economy. It impacts service delivery. It has so many repercussions. It destroys investor confidence in a country. So these are important things, and I think it's just about creating that awareness. We should be aware all the time, but obviously greater focus at this time of the year, this particular week, where everybody should ramp up. And I think some of the things that they've been asking those that are participating and being active in this particular week is to come out with different ways in which you can make your staff aware, you know, even if it means having games that people can play so that they can guess certain things. It's just really about creating that awareness.
Yeah. And, you know, I find me as an individual, it's important to look at how I can make my life fraud-proof, right? Because often when we hear the word fraud, as citizens, we think, oh no, we're talking about big-scale fraud, like when people defraud companies or governments of millions. But it actually, every cent counts, and it happens all the time.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, when we talk about it from a banking perspective, because, you know, criminals, most often the greatest the thing that they're after is money. and they do whatever they can to defraud people. And so, you know, again, I think you mentioned something quite important, is that what do we do as individuals? How do we prevent fraud? How do we also protect ourselves so that we don't become victims of fraud? And I think it's really important, and that's why the South African banks, via SABRIC, creates all of this awareness, trying to educate people about the different types of scams, the different frauds, and how you can actually protect yourself. So coming, you know, we're almost going to be in the festive season quite soon, and lots of spending will be happening, and lots of, you know, usage of your card. So card fraud.
It's rife.
Very prevalent. And so, you know, there are things that you and I can do as individuals to try and protect ourselves. I always talk about PIN numbers. Make sure you always cover the keypad whenever you have to put your PIN number in. And, you know, we tend to be a little bit shy when we have somebody standing in front of us, whether we're in a restaurant or in a store. We always feel a little shy to cover the keypad in front of them because we think, gosh,
that they're going to get offended. But,
you know, you can't take that chance. It's a risk that you have to deal with, and you need to cover it all the time. It needs to become habit. You know, so I think it's just little things like that that you have to look out for and try and prevent yourself from being a victim of fraud.
Absolutely. And I mean, there are a myriad of scams out there now, from that regular email you get about some old lady who's dying and is looking for somebody to give money to.
Yes,
I get those all the time. To all kinds of fraud, you know, and it's important that we sensitize ourselves. And SABRIC has been at the forefront of this fight against fraud. Do you think that South Africans are learning and taking it in?
I think that, you know, we have had a reduction in certain types of bank-related crime. So obviously we're reaching people, and people are starting to become more conscious of it. But unfortunately, the thing that we need to be very mindful of is the fact that perpetrators constantly change their modus operandi. The minute they know that somebody is aware of a particular thing, then they shift onto something else. You know, you hear that cliche about them being one step ahead of us. I always say that they're actually one step close behind us, because every time the banks move on to new solutions and new banking platforms to make banking more accessible to their customers, the criminal shifts onto that platform as well, you know? So I think it's just about us becoming really aware of the fact that we have to mitigate risk as individuals as well. I mean, obviously banks have a responsibility as well, and they certainly take it very seriously. But I think as individuals, we have to know that we can't take a chance. We have to always be vigilant, always rather be a little bit suspicious, and
err
protect
on the safer
yourself.
side, and protect your hard-earned money.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
So, ever heard of cold calling technical support scams? Hashtag Wise Up now, because fake IT callers in SA can empty your bank account in seconds. So join us next week when Kalyani explains how to avoid technical support scams so that you don't fall victim.
Now, silly season, unfortunately, equals festive season. So it's very important that you do not become a statistic, and having awareness on this matter is absolutely crucial. Now, we do love our fashion on Afternoon Express. And speaking of fashion, head over to our social media platforms and let us know, which fashion trend do you regret rocking? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or comment on our Facebook page. Now, I must say, we had to do some digging, and we found a fashion faux pas that I absolutely regret. I do not understand it. High-waisted belts that weren't holding up anything, and I insisted on having it in every single color. I'm really embarrassed about this, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate to me in this look. Oh, let's not go back to that. But coming up after the break, we're going to be in the kitchen with Chef Clem as we prepare festive platters. You do want to stay tuned for that. See you after the break. Add a Nola twist.
Welcome back. With the festive season around the corner, so exciting. We want to spend more time with the family and less time slaving and slaying in the kitchen. And a quick finger food platter is the easiest way to entertain and whip up a delicious spread and please the whole crowd. So today, Chef Lucia Mtiana is back again to create a stir with Nola and show us how to make those inspired dips and snacks.
Yes, darling.
Yes, we want to have fun this festive.
Absolutely.
So we don't want to be locked in the kitchen the whole time.
It's
It's
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Okay.
doing crudités, which is raw vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, yazi ukuthi abantu abanye abathandi ama-vegetables, but these are nice.
Abawathandi.
And Nola mayonnaise will just create a stir.
Okay.
And because it's creamy, it's versatile.
Yeah.
So we're going to make 3 dips. We're going to use, this is a fresh cream.
Okay.
With a bit of spice. So you're going to help me here.
I
So
definitely
here,
will.
this is the creamy Nola mayonnaise with lemon and chives.
Okay.
You know what I love about Nola is the fact that you can just take ingredients because it's well balanced, it's creamy.
Yeah.
So it enhances the flavor without overwhelming the ingredients. Yes.
Absolutely
So,
right. You
let's
couldn't have
start.
said it better. So can I
Create a
mix?
stir. Yes, start mixing.
I
Some
love
lemon.
chives and I don't cook with them
I
enough.
also love chives.
Okay, cool.
So look
This
at
is
this
our vinegar.
creamy texture. Yes, look at this.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
So Nola mayonnaise
Mix
inspires
that.
new ways of cooking. And it helps you to create a stir. So these holidays, we're going to be creating a stir using the Nola mayonnaise. And the second one,
These are also nice to bring to like drinks and parties at other people's houses where they like bring a plate or whatever, and you don't want to spend time cooking at home for hours before you get to the place. So
and
it's
look
great.
at this. It's creamy.
Look at that.
It's well balanced.
Nice. Okay.
That's what
Cool.
I love about Nola. So we're going to add spice here and
Okay.
some garlic.
Garlic.
So we're
and
making
what is
3 different. This is like masala. If you like it hot, you can,
add more.
use. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
but I like mine mild.
The keyword for this recipe, if you'd love it, is Nola. SMS that keyword to 33650 and you'll be sent the link and the ingredients for the recipe.
And you know what? There we've got kebabs. And the marinade for the kebabs, we also use the creamy Nola mayonnaise.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow.
And it will not overwhelm the dish because it's so well balanced and
looks so
it's
glossy.
got good texture. Yeah, lovely.
Yummy.
I'm ready to dip.
How's it tasting?
It's so creamy. It's delicious.
It is lovely. It's lovely. I think I'd love to eat more Nola than veggies, though. In this case,
This is very good. I'm glad.
For the link to that recipe, SMS the keyword Nola to 33650. Plus, every time you SMS, you're also entered into the grand prize draw to win a state-of-the-art stainless steel InstaView LG fridge worth 35,000 Rand. There will only be one winner, so make sure you get those SMSs in, and the more you enter, the better your chances of winning. But for another look at the recipe, here's a quick recap.
Those dips looked so decadent and delicious and most of all creamy. Can't wait to dig into that after the break. But after the break, we're taking iced tea to the next level as we prepare fresh pack Rooibos mango and peach bubble iced tea. Plus, let's not forget that it's Fashion Express Thursdays. So we would like you to engage with us on our social media and tell us what is the one fashion trend that you regret rocking. For me, they have embarrassed me yet again, and they have brought up these glasses that took up half my face. I must look like an insect of some sort, but at the time I felt so chic, so zhuzh wearing it. But yeah, no, I think I regretted the whole look. So tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or comment on our Facebook page. Join in the laugh, send your pictures, and let's all laugh together. See you after the break.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
As courtesy of Clover Crush, 20,000 students in communities across South Africa will be receiving a brand new pair of school shoes in January 2019. To help spread the goodness, they invited some of South Africa's biggest celebrities who are using their platforms to help make a difference in these children's lives.
Indeed. Now, they have also asked you to share the goodness with your loved ones by nominating a deserving school in your province to receive school shoes in 2019. And still, at number 1, the province that has the highest number of nominations yet again is Gauteng, but followed very closely in second place by KwaZulu-Natal. And following suit, not to be forgotten, in third place is the Western Cape.
Now, there is still time for you to help spread the goodness and nominate a deserving school in your province. Buy your favorite Crush juice, enter with the details on the pack, and nominate a deserving school that could potentially receive the gift of shoes in January 2019.
And you could also stand a chance to be part of the winning and win your part in 1 million rand in prizes. So do join in and spread a little Crush goodness.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness, now available in long life. Crush is spreading goodness by giving away 20,000 pairs of school shoes. See pack for details and stand a chance to win 1 million rand in prizes for you and a friend. Nominate a school to receive school shoes.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, in tonight's episode of Winner Home, the design duos will reveal their completed kitchens to the judges. In the hopes of gaining an edge on the competition, the teams collaborate with a local designer during each challenge to create bespoke pieces for their apartments. Nikki Shoma from Gold Bottom Pots is in the studio to tell us about her collaboration with Team R&K. Nikki, welcome to the loft.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Absolutely. So your pots are absolutely beautiful. I love that they're called Gold Bottom Pots because it feels like you'll find something at the bottom of the pot.
You do. They are gold at the bottom.
Right. So tell us about your company.
So I started the business about 2 years ago whilst I was still working in the fashion industry. I love plants, and I was actually looking for pots to buy for my own home. And I would really struggle to find anything that was like different or interesting, something you'd be excited to have in your home. Yeah. So I wanted to make pots that would, in themselves, be a design feature in your home. Yeah. And what I also noticed was all the pots you would find in nurseries were coming from abroad. They weren't made here. And I'm a big supporter of local manufacturing, so all of our products are made here in Cape Town.
I absolutely love that Afrocentric edge that they have as well. So now you've teamed up with, collaborating rather, on Winner Home with Team R&K on their kitchen. And how's it been?
Well, I think in my mind I chose them before they chose me.
Yeah.
I was really excited to work with Team R&K. They are, all three of us are female business owners and creatives. We had an instant connection. Rekopila and I actually met a little while ago at Design Joburg, and she had the vision to see my designs in their kitchen. And Kaketso, she's really practical and hands-on. When I arrived on set, she was directing multiple contractors. They make a really dynamic partnership.
Absolutely, it sure looks like it. Now, they've decided to use the pots, though, as lamps.
Yes.
That's quite a twist on the usual use of them. I mean, but then a lot comes with that. I guess securing the weight, it's a very different weight to a lampshade. What did you think when you first heard the idea?
Gosh, so using the pots as pendant lights is an idea that I've always, up to now, just shied away from because of the sheer weight of the pots.
Absolutely.
They're made out of fiberglass reinforced concrete, so and they were designed to hold really large plants.
Yeah.
But R&K didn't take no for an answer, and I'm actually so grateful to them for pushing me and
flipping the script, thinking out of the box. Yeah. Well, we're very excited. I'm sure you are too, to see how their kitchen turns out.
Yes.
So catch all the action from Winner Home Season 5 tonight at 7:30 on SABC3. And don't forget to enter the competition to stand a chance of winning amazing weekly prizes, as well as the grand prize of a fully decorated luxury home valued at over 3 million rand. And to enter, all you need to do is visit privateproperty.co.za/winnerhome and vote for your favorite design duo.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, the pressure is on with only 1 week left to completely design and decorate their kitchen spaces. Follow the design duos as they transform their plans into reality. Ring, ring. Hello. Will their ideas be a recipe for success, or will it all come crashing down?
We would love to know ourselves. We always start with a mess and end up with wowza.
Catch the design drama on Winner Home. Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3 with a repeat on Saturday at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
Looking forward to that episode of Winner Home tonight. Now up your iced tea ante this summer with Clem's mouth-watering Fresh Pack Rooibos Mango and Peach Bubble Iced Tea. It's trendy, refreshing and super easy to make. Clem, I love the super easy to make parts because I want to try to spend less time in the kitchen, as Lucia was saying earlier, and more time with my guests.
Yeah, absolutely. So bubble tea is quite great. It's very big in Asia. All right, so normally it's got little tapioca balls, all these spherical like little orbs that they make with like different flavors inside of them.
Okay.
So the idea is that you have your tea, but there's something else like a little substantial at the bottom of your glass as well, which today we're using Sago. You can totally use tapioca pearls. Sago's also great because it like cooks very quickly.
So
you know Sago?
I've heard of Sago, but I don't think I've ever tried Sago.
Sago pudding. It's that season right
Yes,
now.
Sago pudding.
There
That's
we go.
where I heard from. Yes.
Okay. So water's on a rumble. We're using some Fresh Pack Rooibos. This is mango and peach flavor. I'm going to save one. Just smell that. Just smell
I was going
that.
to ask for a smell because that smells so divine.
You don't even have to ask. It's like...
Yeah, it kind of comes to you.
It's happening right now.
It kind of comes to you.
Okay, but I need that though.
Okay, fine.
There we
You
go.
can take it back, Claire.
Done. So a little bit of honey going into that.
And again, not for sweetening,
Not
but
for the sweetener, just to
seasoning.
Exactly.
Bring out the
Exactly.
flavor. I'm learning, Clem.
Yeah.
Clem thinks that I don't pay attention when he speaks, but I really do pay
No, you
attention
really
to
do.
everything that you say.
You do. That's going in there. So the Fresh Pack
Rooibos is in.
And now what you want to do is you want to let that like steep a little darker than normal because you're going to add your sago pearls, which I've soaked overnight.
Okay.
That just kind of hydrates them and it like lessens the cooking time that we'd normally need.
Nice.
Those go in, and the darker your tea is, the more it's actually going to colour your sago or your tapioca pearls.
I
so
can
cool.
see.
Those
so
are in there.
If you would like this recipe, sorry to cut you off, Chef Clem, SMS the keyword Fresh Pack to 33650 and you'll receive the link sent straight to your device. And you definitely want this because I find the sago is kind of like the pulp at the bottom of your orange juice. So it kind of gives you something to chew on.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So what's going to happen is that's going to cook for a little bit, and then once it's nice and translucent, you're going to actually strain off the tea, rinse it, get rid of all that excess starch. You don't want that in the drink. Then you put it in your bottom of your glass and you chill it. Cool. Then you make exactly the same tea again, minus the sago.
Okay.
So it's your tea and it's your honey, nice and dark. Then you chill that.
Okay, and then you
Look at that. Look, you can see how cold that is?
It is, it is, yes.
And all you got to do is pour.
Okay, let's try to do this as neatly as possible.
I do think it's kind of like your tea and a bit of a snack all in one.
It is.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
So you break it up with the straws. You get all those little loose pearls that look like bubbles.
Yes.
Hence the name bubble tea. We've got a bit of coconut milk right now.
I'm going to kind
We're
of
loving
just
coconut milk. Yeah, you break that up.
Okay, so you kind
Get
of break it
angry
up
at
like
You
that.
you think about, like, what made you angry this week? Nothing. Yeah, that's the
absolutely
answer.
nothing. But it was cold. It was cold and raining in the beginning of the week, was it not?
Okay. Donatella, Polly, we've got a drought, though. We want that rain.
Okay, yeah, we do want the rain, but not the cold temperature.
No, not at all. Okay, so you can have yours. Do you like it just like that? You can have it just like that. That's so cool.
I couldn't wait, Clem. The thing is that you were taking too long to make it pretty. But you taught me a trick last week.
You want to try it now?
Putting the teaspoon
Show me how you do
in
it. You see, I'm also like I'm not even being patient. I'm just pouring.
I don't know if this is working out.
We have next week. We will get it right next week.
Last week I failed. This week I failed, but it's okay because it tastes the same in your stomach.
It does.
I promise
all the moms
you.
out there being like, that's what we say.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got to try that. Can I grab my straw?
Yes, you can.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And Clem, it's quarter to the weekend. We deserve it, it being a Thursday. Cheers to us.
Cheers, cheers.
And
Thank
cheers
you.
to Fresh Pack Rooibos. Now, if you want to get your hands on this recipe for this mouth-watering Fresh Pack Rooibos mango and peach bubbled iced tea, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Fresh Pack to 33650 and you'll receive the link to the recipe. SMS costs R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. Visit afternoonexpress.co.za.
Fresh Pack, the #1 rooibos tea.
Those two always make the loveliest drinks, but they only always make two. Coming up after the break, we chat to Sandy Mazibuko of Fabro Sands, and she chats to us about her journey to becoming one of the designers who dress some of the biggest stars in the country. And we're also talking about fashion faux pas, and we asked you to share. I don't know if mine's going to come up. Okay. Ooh. So, like, what is even going on? Like, I look like I'm going to a picnic, but then I was like, yeah, I'm going to be like... I'm going to wear top hats of some sort. Anyway, it's probably the most terrible picture you'll ever see of me because I'm generally quite stylish. But we'll see when we get back after the break. Welcome back to Afternoon Express, live on SABC3. Our next guest is a vivacious, driven and creative businesswoman who has made her mark in the cutthroat industry of fashion. Sandi Mazibuko, founder and creative director of the fashion brand Fabro Sands, has showcased her work in the Paris and Milan Fashion Week. But today, she's right here in the loft to tell us all about her business, Fabro Sands. Welcome to the loft. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. Is this one of your creations?
Yes,
it looks absolutely remarkable. I love it.
So
I also just love it when designers wear their stuff. Because
no, always. Yeah. I always wear my clothes.
And I'm sure people, your clients love seeing that you believe in your clothes. And is that, do you think that's an important aspect of branding?
No, it is. It is very important because whatever I wear, like, because even sometimes at the office, they'll tell me, okay, Sandi, maybe this one is not doing well, just wear it and post it on social media, and then my customers would buy it.
Yeah.
So it is important because, I mean, it shows that you believe in your own brand.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Fabro Sands, interesting name. I can't place the language, I can't place what it could mean. Can you share a little bit about its origins?
Fabro Sands, so the name, it's the F-A-I-B, it's fabulous. And then the R-O is royalty. And then the last part, Sands, it's my name, Sandi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Fabro Sands, fabulous royalty, Sandi.
Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. So you started the company and the business while you were working?
Yes.
But I can't imagine how much time the business was consuming. I mean, you say something like you hired a full-time seamstress.
Yes.
You'd wake up in the morning before going to work and give her all the instruction for the day and then go to work. What was it like juggling those two worlds?
It was hectic, so initially when I started, it was just like, I love fashion, so it was just for me. And then people started noticing and then they ordered. So I realized there's a demand, and then I hired a seamstress. So I was still working full-time. So literally in the morning, she'll come in and then I'll brief her. And then during my lunch break, I will go buy fabrics and everything and then bring it after work, and then I'll share that with her. So it was hectic. I did it for like maybe 6 months or so, and I was using my spare room. So it was very hectic, and it was in a complex, so neighbors were complaining, so we had to find a space to do this.
Yeah.
It was hectic though.
Wow, I mean, just listening to your story feels like you just took off. I mean, at what moment did you feel like, you know what, I'm actually ready to quit my day job and go into this full-time?
As I told you, the demand was there, so I saw it was becoming very hectic for me.
Yes.
I must say I've been very blessed. It's been going very well.
Yeah.
You know, there were no moments when I started, I mean, the demand was just there. So, and then I realized, okay, because I didn't even waste too much time at work.
Yeah.
As I told you, like maybe like 6 months.
Wow.
And then I realized, okay, this, I mean, could potentially be, it's a good business. So let me just focus on it.
Yeah.
So, and then it was bringing the income because I had to first see, because I started with custom orders so that I can raise the capital.
Yes.
So by the time I left my work, I already had the money because I was saving from my custom orders. So it helped that I started
amazing.
like that.
Yeah, but you also sound like a very driven person. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to pull off that kind of discipline for so long.
No, it's important in business. You have to focus.
You have to be focused.
Yes, you have to be very focused.
Unfortunately, you have to be focused.
Yes.
Tell us about the cast of Empire falling in love with your designs. How did this come about?
Oh, that was amazing. So we do pop-up stores, so we were at this pop-up, and then I got an email from a communication company that was working with DSTV, MultiChoice, and then they said to me, would you like to come on board and dress Taraji? They're coming to South Africa. I was like, of course, do you even ask that? And then they said, okay, can you please bring, there was another lady that I used to work with who does accessories.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, no, that's fine. So we went there and then we showcased. So we did like a mini showcase for them. And then they love the clothes. So as you can see here, yes. So she bought a few items for herself, and Terence as well bought for the wife.
Oh, that is so beautiful. How did you feel?
It was,
you were just over the moon.
Yeah, the highlights of my career, like so far.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who's watching who wants to start a fashion business and they have a day job and they just want to juggle everything, what advice do you have for them in terms of what are the tenets of beginning a very strong business?
In fashion, because it's a very, it's visual and You know, I always say you must start. You must just start, even if it means dressing just start. Even if it means dressing your sisters, your friends, because that's where people can see your work. Because if you're just sitting there and saying, I want to start, and then you're not doing anything, we don't see what you want to start.
Right,
so,
and people can't support you or invest or come behind you because you've got nothing to show.
Exactly. So I always say just start, and then the right people will always find you, and then once they see your talent.
Right. And did you have a background in fashion? Did you study fashion, or were you self-taught?
No, I didn't.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm a self-taught designer. So I just went to a school just to learn how to sew. And there I just did maybe like 3 months, and then I could sew a dress and a skirt. I was like, okay, no, I'm done. I'm ready now. And then I went.
Just 3 months?
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, just listening to you, I'm immediately also just remembering the importance of finding the right people to work with in the beginning. I mean, you have to find a seamstress that you had to have found one that you trusted.
To trust, yes.
Who had a strong work ethic, where you know that when you come back, she will have done what you've instructed to do. And were you lucky in that sense?
Yes, I was very lucky. The lady that I found was very efficient. I was blessed to have her at the time.
Wow, stunning.
Yes,
so just what dreams do you have for the brand, for Fabro Sands? You've just shown in Milan and
Yes,
Paris,
we just
Fashion
recently
Week.
showcased in Milan and Paris. So, and we've moved to online store, our Johannesburg, because we've got two. We've got a branch in Durban and Johannesburg. So the Joburg we've sort of converted into a fully blown online store. So for that, so that we can be able to work with the international markets. So it's just to move the brand international now. And we've been getting a lot of good feedback ever since we came back from Paris.
Yes, and you've got a lot of A-listers rocking your clothing.
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful. Congratulations. We're so
Thank
happy
you so
for
much.
you. And I'm sure even bigger things are to come, and it's only the beginning.
Thank you so much,
Sandy.
Thanks.
Look, I've seen Thando in some of Fabro Sands' pieces, and trust me when I say you want to stay tuned to the end of the show, because the fashion show we have, absolutely spectacular. Now, desserts aren't just the sweet ending to your meal. They're also the centerpiece for your next dinner party or the trickly gift for a co-worker, loved one, or even yourself. Now, today, Kim gives us a guide to the sweet life with these essential Woolies desserts. I'm not much of a sweet fan, but the way you've got this set up, I just want to dig in. I see little Christmas trees here made out of brownies.
So you actually get those two in the set over here. Let me just hold it up.
Okay.
These are the petite festive tree selection. It comes in matcha, all the rage right now. And that's a cinnamon and ganache filling. They are ridiculously good. I promise you, you don't even need a sweet tooth right now.
And
they are
aren't
just
these
insane.
just the cutest little shaped? And what's nice is that, what I like about this is that the packaging is also so spectacular. You can gift this just as is.
Absolutely, but we're going to make it a little personal this year, because I'm all about the festivities, okay?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what it's about. I'm all about Christmas and everything.
And the fun.
Exactly.
I want to have fun.
So let's have a look at what we got there. So we spoke about those petite festive Christmas trees.
Yes.
Then we've got these Millionaire shortbread drops. So Millionaire is normally, it's a caramel chocolate and a shortbread. What they've done is they put them in a little drop shape right now to make it like nice and tiny and cute, which means you can have the whole pack and not feel guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do
Something I would convince myself of.
Absolutely. So we've kind of stacked that up on our little stand. These are just 2 cake stands.
Okay.
We were going to spend some money in buying like a 2-tiered or a 3-tier stand, but chances are you're going to have a cake stand or 2 at home.
At home.
So instead of buying it, just stack them on top of each other. Levels, guys. Levels.
Levels.
To your
and
dessert.
This is giving me a high tea vibe. So,
Absolutely.
you know, absolutely royal and decadent.
But desserts have gone quite tiny. The flavors are super intense. So you're going to have a small little dessert, which means you can try a lot more of the desserts on your table. I actually like starting, when I have like a big spread, desserts, mains, starters, mains and desserts, I will have the desserts on the table from the beginning already.
I've actually seen that become a trend quite a lot. When I go visit family and we have these family gatherings, a lot of people kind of make the cake, the cupcakes, or the sweet treats as the table accessories.
Flowers are great, but you can't eat them. So put that in the middle of your table.
I love flowers and candles. So I'm beefing with that, yes.
But we're going to be doing a Secret Santa this year. I thought about it all myself. So like, we're going to see it's you, it's me, it's Bonnie,
it's
Jeannie. We're going to see who's going to buy what for what, for who for what.
Do we put a price limit on this Secret Santa?
Do you put a price on our friendship?
And on love?
No.
That's why I'm expecting a private jet. Thanks, Clem.
All right. Thinking about gifting, who was your favorite teacher back in school?
Miss Dupree.
Okay, so this is for Miss Dupree. There you go. These amazing little personalized jars are awesome. So we went and we got the mini Cook Sisters.
Yes.
Popped them in a jar, and this is going to be for Miss Dupree. There you go. You can fold it out for her. And then you also these are the slightly bigger ones, and they're great because of the sugar that's in them. It actually lasts longer. It's a preservative.
Oh, yum.
There we go.
Do you know what I also love? The small dessert that I love from Woolies. They're mini donuts.
Absolutely. The little glazed ones?
The little glazed ones. They come 10 in a pack.
But
the
they
exact
tease us.
amount. They do.
10 in a pack.
I was going to say that 10 in a pack kills me because I'm always trying to have number 11.
All right, cool. So let's talk about also done. So we've bought the Caramel Swirl Hidden Center cupcakes. And we've made it personal by buying our own little box, wrapping it in with a roll ribbon, and it looks like something that we've made from scratch.
Yum.
Now, normally if you go to a boutique bakery, you're going to pay so much for that. We've actually, you just went #1 teacher. That could be, okay, for everyone. For everyone.
And I was definitely one of those students because I was trying to be everyone's favorite. So by just putting #1 teacher, they don't know who you're talking about.
There we go. Okay, let's see how else we're going to personalize our selection today. So we've got these beautiful eclairs. I'm going to give you this brush, okay?
Yes.
And then you've got your little gold bowl over there.
Yes, I do.
So that's a little bit of edible gold glitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got these mini eclairs. Now, it's quite hot now, so the chocolate might have melted slightly. Okay. So all I want to do is pop one out. Actually, you know what? I think it's going to actually be better if we take these little brownies. So we've got these brownie bites. Okay?
Yeah.
We've taken them out the box, out of this tub, popped them in this little box over here.
Already ready for gifting.
There we go. All I need you to do is make a little streak of gold on there. So you've taken an already amazing dessert, glamorized it with a bit of gold. That's going to dry very quickly.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, you've taken something off the shelf from Woolies and you've made it your own.
And Clem, how easy is it to put together this edible gold dust?
It's literally the edible dust that you can buy from Woolies.
Okay,
use a bit of lemon juice. Traditionally, we use a little bit of alcohol. The alcohol evaporates away. It's just to create that mixture.
Yes,
a little bit of lemon juice will also work. That's it. Can I just actually hold it up so our viewers can see what it looks like?
Yes.
That's all it is. And a little bit goes such a long way.
I can already see it's
that's it.
Painted
Super
on
easy.
so easily.
So when that's dry, you pop it back in your box.
Okay.
Another thing that we've used on our stand right now is we've taken some blackberries and raspberries and strawberries. You can see we've actually brushed them with gold as well. How amazing, a gold strawberry?
It looks so good. It almost doesn't look edible, though.
It's 100% edible.
It looks too good to be
You just don't want to
true.
eat it, though. Absolutely. And then finally, one of my favorite cheesecakes. I've never met a cheesecake. Okay, I was going to say I never met a cheesecake I don't like, but actually, sorry, I won't name those people.
Name and shame. Whisper in my ear, it's fine.
During the ad break.
During ad break?
The ad break. But these ones are great. So they got the little mini one. There's a box over here.
Yeah.
So you can see that we got a raspberry one and a passion fruit one. All these amazing flavors go onto your dessert stand.
Nice.
And it's great. Super sweet, super tangy, nice and fresh and fruity with the berries.
Super easy to assemble.
This is how we do a dessert table, guys.
I kind of just want to paint everything
You try.
now.
You go for
You've already got my artistic bug going. So
you got it.
I kind of got it. This is gorgeous.
Gold eclairs.
This is also a lovely bonding moment in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
This is what memories are made of.
This is why I'm in the kitchen with you.
Exactly.
We're bonding right now.
We're bonding. When the kids are older, they'll look back on those Christmases that Mommy spent painting desserts in the kitchen.
You're never too old. Just saying. Just saying.
You're never too old to have fun.
Ever.
Beautiful,
but this is literally
Clem.
how we're going to do the festive season this year with this beautiful dessert spread on the table.
Yeah.
I want to see what the viewers come up with. I want to see them try this.
I would love to see what you guys can come up with. So besides our fashion faux pas, we want to know from you guys how you can put together an amazing centerpiece.
And invite us.
And invite us over.
I mean, we're people. We like eating desserts.
And we kind of need to eat to kind of keep the show going. So it's in our all best interest that you invite us over into your kitchens for us to see your beautifully designed centerpieces.
Amazing.
Amazing, Chef Clem. Thank you so much. What do you have here for me?
What do you want to take?
I want to take home definitely some of the kitchen, the Christmas trees. I think these are super cute.
Some of.
If not all.
Okay.
Between you and I. And also these eclairs. I think those are my top two.
Perfect. I'll go for the mini millionaire drops.
Yes.
And that whole stand.
That whole stand?
Why not?
Between you and I, no one has to know. Now, that is how the cookie crumbles when it comes to our essential dessert table and gifting. Now, if you want to get the list to these dessert items, simply SMS EAT to 33650 and we'll be sending you the list onto your phone.
Don't go away because after the break, we've got that fashion show we promised. Fabro Sands has bought some beautiful designs and some gorgeous ladies to model them in the loft. But before we go to our ad break, I want Pali to come over and just explain some of that fashion, girl.
Bonnie, don't do this to me because I thought
You're
this
a
was
millennial. You're a millennial. No, you're not even supposed to be in that realm of faux pas because you didn't live through the 90s. Like, what is going on?
Okay, I can explain.
Oh.
It was like a themed run at school. So these tights and these shorts had to kind of go together with those glasses making another appearance. I'm so embarrassed by it. But we had to do a lot of digging because I like to think I take after my Bonnie and I'm quite well
I know.
put together.
It was so hard to find a bad picture of me, though.
We had to go to 1999 for Bonnie's picture and still couldn't find anything.
And guess what? There was no internet then, so everything that was in the 90s stayed in the 90s. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Yeah, Palisa, are you ready for the fashion show?
I have been ready. As soon as I heard that we have Sandy in the loft, I thought to myself perfectly because some December events need some outfits, so I might be knocking on
you've got a lot of events coming up. Cool. So was it easy choosing the ones that you brought along today? Or did you have a hard time?
No, I had a hard time.
You had a hard time.
I mean, just four. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you're completely talented and everything you touch turns to gold.
Thank you.
So having to come up with 4 looks, I'm sure, is very challenging. But I'm keen to get into it because I see some Ndebele prints that I'm very excited about. A lot of color, a lot of use of color.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I call it the Nguni print. So it's a print that we came up with as the brand. So it incorporates like all the cultures, like the Zulu, Xhosa, and the Ndebele. So we call it Nguni print.
Yeah. Cool. While our first model comes out, what I'm really excited about is seeing African prints in versatile fabrics. Whereas African prints always came in like kind of that stiff fabric. But now designers are doing so many different things with them, and now you get chiffons, you get organzas, you get all kind of fabrics.
Yeah, because it's important so that people can take away that thing saying tribal print is just for events and you have to wear it when you go into a traditional event. I mean,
I love
the rest of the world is wearing it everywhere.
This movement. Tell us about this outfit.
This one is from our latest range, Spring Summer. It's the Nguni print, it's the blazer. What I like about the blazer, it's easy. You can change it and dress it down with the jeans and maybe like a stiletto.
It's so adorable.
And that skirt. And the mini skirt.
I love that skirt.
Yeah, it's an interchangeable outfit. You can just
and I love that you can take the jacket off and just have the mini skirt.
I love the movement. Going back to
I love a mini skirt, girl.
Yeah. Well, Bonnie's got the legs to show it all off, honey, so well deserved, that mini skirt. I love the movement that this outfit is giving me. Going back to those fabrics being stiff, you kind of feel boxed in how to wear it and, you know, being versatile with the look. But with that blazer, I see myself in an all-white fitted dress. Simple, basic, and let the blazer do all the talking.
Do all the talking, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the point. And make it the focal point of the
focal
outfit.
point, yeah.
It's definitely a fun outfit. What was the reaction at the Milan and Paris Fashion Week to your stuff?
It was insane. It was
Overwhelming.
amazing. Yes, because what we do, African print, everyone come with the wax fabrics. So it was a different, twist. And then they just say, okay, this is South African. And what I like about the print, I mean, it represents South Africa. The colors are just same as our flag.
Yes, and it's not so obvious.
Yes.
I absolutely love this.
Yeah, and the maxi dress, I mean, it's easy, it's summer. We all love maxi dresses, flowy. You dress it up when you're going to an event or you're just going to a wedding.
Yeah.
It's also got a bit of a ball gowny, just slightly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Which is very feminine. And making clothes for women, where do you draw that inspiration from? Do you take some masculine influences in? I see with the blazer, it was quite structured, but this is a lot more flowy and feminine.
I take inspiration from different places. I usually, I check what's trending at the moment and then I'll interpret it my way.
Yeah.
So, with summer, as I told you, it's the maxi dress and the blazer. You can never go wrong with the blazer. You need a statement blazer in your wardrobe. Always.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now, is the skirt you're wearing Fabricant as well?
Yes, it is. It's from our latest collection as well.
You have to represent, looking ever so in my favorite
Chul skirts never go out of fashion.
I want them in every color.
Yes,
I've only
you must have
collected
them in
2
all
colors
colors.
so far. Yeah, they
I
make you feel like a little
posted
princess.
on our social media and saying which other colors should we add.
Exactly, that's a great question to ask.
What do we have here?
And then this is from our spring summer as well. It's a suit. What I like about it is it's floral, it's still on trend, and you can wear it to the office or you can go to an event. It's one of those from day to night outfits.
Yeah, and it transitions perfectly into lunch with the girls as well. Or you have to, go to a family
blazer
function.
and then just the pants alone.
I love it.
I love it.
It's also, remember that pedal pusher trend?
Yes!
Pedal pusher. I remember pedal pusher, that thing.
Yeah.
It's
you
so
know how
lovely.
it is with fashion, it always comes back.
It always does come back, but the thing about pedal pushes is that you have to be very careful. It could go left or it could go right, and this is a great way of doing pedal pushes. I love that.
Oh my goodness, Donut is eating a kebab. Okay.
Our pets in the loft have the best lives.
Okay. What do we have here?
Oh, this is a maxi as well. Cold shoulders, it's in trend. Flowers and the stripes. I like this print because it mixes the stripes and the floral.
Yes.
So this is also from our latest collection.
Wow, it's absolutely gorgeous.
And I love
and
that
the color, it just looks amazing on her.
Yeah, and the arms coming out. It's kind of that illusion of having a full sleeve, so you can wear it absolutely anywhere. You can even rock that at church for some of the more conservative churches.
Yeah, because it just shows that's the side.
Because it just shows a little bit of the side. I remember
no, they can be. Just
a little bit. Yeah,
So, and do you find you're more drawn to creating your own fabrics and your own prints? Do you prefer to do that?
I just started with that. It's just that when you printed it, it was the first time that we're doing that. But I've been just having some challenges with the print, but I mean, I would love to do that, but it's very expensive.
I know.
I was going to touch on those challenges. So the challenges are, it's just financially very heavy. And how does one in the fashion industry, and you still want to continue to pursue it, but overcome such challenges?
Yeah.
You just, for me now, it's kind of, because I was testing the markets with this, and then the price, I mean, it's more than what we normally do.
What you would normally,
Yes, but the customers are fine. They're receiving it. I was like, oh, okay, no, so we can do this and just make it our exclusive and just call it Fabricant exclusive.
Yes.
So we have our normal where we buy the fabrics, and then we have just the exclusive range.
The one thing about clientele is that they'll always pay for quality.
Yes, you're right.
People will come up and show up and support you as long as the product is good, can last long, and something that can ultimately pass down generations.
No, true.
And your pieces they will stand the test of time.
Absolutely talking about that, yes, I always say it must be modern classic.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest
time is all the time
challenges in creating your business that you're glad to have overcome, or you finally feel like, sheesh, I've got a handle on this finally?
Challenges still is a challenge right now is production. The demand is there, but I've been looking for like suppliers to help me with production, but it's just tricky. You know, when you have people want the products and then you're trying to beef up your production, but it's just not happening, unreliable, and the quality changes. So that's my biggest challenge even right now.
And you have to be uncompromising.
Absolutely.
And you want to grow at the same time, and you're like, okay, how do I do this? And I can't exactly hire like 1,000 people.
Well, not
But you'll
for
get
now.
there.
For now.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful
look at
eye
them.
with us.
Stunning.
I love it. Yeah. Wow. How did Donut land that kebab?
I am very jealous about Donut's life, but even more so, the models rocking your garments. I see myself getting at least 2 items already, just off the bat. You've got a proud customer in me.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
So tomorrow we have a Friday full of fun as we have Dumi Moranke joining us in the loft. Don't go away. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night.
Good night and God bless.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good Production.